Angela Yee. Me and Armand Wiggins are here.
What up?
And let's talk about French Montana first for Yee T. He was on Ra Ali's podcast, Sided with Ra Ali. And she asked a question that he didn't like, and he got out of there. Here's what happened.
Speaking of beefs, what's the status of things with Ross and Drake?
Homeless. Catch.
Hold it.
Touchdown. I'll be right back. I think I double parked my car outside.
Whoa. And then he didn't come back.
Listen, I ain't mad at Rob for asking the question. I mean, that's her job to get the question for the people. And whether he stayed and answered the question or walked out, she still got her moment. So you can't go on these podcasts and not think that people are going to want to know the tea.
I do think he could have just said, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because she asked about Drake and Rick Ross. And then remember, there was that live stream journalist that asked him about he was talking to friends about the Met Gala. He loved talking about fashion. And then asked if he spoke to Diddy recently. And then that's when things went left. And yeah, he, clearly at this time is like, I'm not talking about nothing I don't feel like talking about.
But you should probably tell them that.
And I don't know if he did. Because sometimes you do tell people, I don't want to talk about that. And they might, I don't know that that's true or not, but I'm saying sometimes that still happens anyway.
But let's be honest, like French Montana, we're going to ask you about that.
Yeah.
We want to know that. That's part of the reason why you're sitting up here.
I think part of the issue is learning how to answer questions you don't want to answer, right? There's a way to do it. And you can say, that's not something I care to discuss. Next question.
And you also have to understand there's give and take. You're coming on a platform because you want to promote something, and you got to give something back to the platform that's, we want something.
Right. Yeah.
Give us the tea.
Give us the tea.
That's why you're here.
All right, now Peter Gunz has broken his silence after Amina, his ex-wife, says that she doesn't have a place to live with their kids. She lost their house in L.A. Because of financial issues. And, she went live and talked about that.
We don't have a home, y'all. We're in Germany with my family, and we're going to be here till I figure it out, because I will, as I always do. But the last couple of years have been so rough. Working my butt off, not making enough money, end up losing my place.
Yeah, so issues there. Now, we told you yesterday, Peter Gunz said he was going to go live at 1.
And did.
And he was there with Godfrey. Shout out to my guy, Godfrey. He's in the middle he's in the thick of it. And here's what Peter Gunz had to say.
I have an apartment in Dallas. I said, Amina, just go stay in Dallas. What am I going to do in Dallas? Live rent free? I send Amina thousands every month. It's just that she wasn't able to hold her side. I had no idea that she was going to leave thinking that she was homeless. I bought a round-trip ticket. They come back on the 23rd of August. I feel so up. I feel a little betrayed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's nice to hear that he's doing what he's supposed to be doing as far as financially being supportive, saying that you could live in this house with the kids.
Yeah.
The kids are beautiful, by the way.
Beautiful family. Oh, my God, they're gorgeous.
Yeah. All right. Now, here's what Amina had to say after Peter Gunz went live.
He hasn't always been the best, but I have to point out he's been holding us down, and I'm very thankful for him. Everything in my life is great. I take care of myself. I'm mentally and physically in the best shape I've ever been. I just don't got no money.
And no, he did not make me post this.
I just don't got no money.
And I respect her for that because, Peter doesn't have the best reputation. So people on the internet were ready to drag him. And she was like, it ain't him. He's doing his thing. It was me. I just ain't got no money. But I didn't do this for that, you guys. So, pipe down. And I respect it.
He's also concerned that her being in Germany, is she going to be able to get back in the country with Trump in office?
Yeah, that's pretty scary.
All right, well, that is your Yee T. When we come back, under the radar, these are the stories that are not necessarily in the headlines. They are flying under the radar. And speaking of Trump, we got to give you some updates there. Oh, my goodness. It's way up.
Way up.